What happened, Dad? Why suddenly call me here?
Shingo, at the company, you address me as president. Also, speak more politely.
What was your purpose in calling me to your office today, President?
How old are you now?
25 years old?
I see, you're already 25.
May I ask why you're bringing up my age?
I'm thinking about setting up a blind date.
For who?
Is there anyone else standing in this room?
I'm sorry, but I refuse.
You think I would allow you to?
Cut it out, Dad! I already let you tell me which university to attend and where to work. Shouldn't I at least be able to marry who I want?
No.
Why not?
You were born to inherit this company. I didn't raise you to put individual interests over the greater good, Shingo Mamiya. It's your duty to expand the company and protect the jobs of all our employees. That's why you're going on the blind date, though it's with the daughter of a rival company. By forming a partnership through marriage, it'll strengthen our position in the industry significantly.
And what about what I want?
Have I ever, even a single time, made you think it mattered what you wanted?
Those words hurt me deeply. I'm done.
Watch your tone, young man.
I might be your son, but that doesn't make me your property. I don't have to listen to what you say.
Shingo, come back once you've calmed down.
I didn't answer. I couldn't. I was biting my lips so hard, I tasted iron in my mouth. I'm sure it's bleeding. I'll probably have an ulcer tomorrow. I turned on my heel and left without a word. Shit. He's always like this. Always with his hands behind his back, looking down on everyone as if he's standing above all of them. He picked my university, and my workplace has been decided since before I was born. When he caught wind of my innocent childhood dream of being a soccer player, he made sure to shatter it immediately. I'm basically his puppet. My whole life has been controlled by my father. But the sad thing is, I don't know how else to live. I'll most likely accept the whole arranged marriage thing in the end, too. I hated myself the most for giving in so easily. At that moment, I saw a girl around the same age as me standing in the middle of the pavement and looking around. What's going on? She lost? Hi, is there something wrong?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're lost.
You are?
I would say I have no bad intentions, but I have no way to prove that. Sorry. If you're in trouble or something, I'd be glad to help. If you're okay, I'll stop pestering you and leave.
You're a pretty strange guy, huh?
You think so?
I really do.
Well, sorry for that. I know I don't quite act the same as most people do.
Are you from a rich family?
Why would you think that?
I mean, that's quite high-end fabric for a simple dress shirt.
I see. You have a good eye. It's impressive how you were able to tell with just a single glance.
My name is Ayane Satozaki.
I'm Shingo Mamiya.
And what's your affiliation with the Mamiya Corporation?
You know us?
It's famous after all. I think this is enough to prove that you're not trying to kidnap me.
Are you sure you want to believe me just like that? I could have been lying about my surname, you know.
Well, were you?
No.
And I'm choosing to trust your words.
So, Satozaki.
Call me Ayane.
Ayane then.
You don't need to sound so hesitant. You're older than me, aren't you?
I'm 25.
I'll be 24 this year.
Are you working?
I'm still a university student, so no need to be so wary of me.
Got it. So what were you doing before, Ayane?
I'm here to do some research, but I guess I don't know the place as well as I should.
Field work, huh? I used to do that too. She's visiting places related to her research subject to observe the subject directly where possible and interview the related parties.
You've done something like this before, Shingo?
I did a lot of field work with my classes and professors while in university. Those were good days. But I didn't know there was anything worth researching in this area.
It's a personal project of mine.
I see.
By the way, are you very familiar with things around here?
Fairly. This is where I was born and raised, after all.
It's the middle of a weekday right now, though. Aren't you supposed to be at work?
I actually ran away from work today.
Is that okay?
No, it's not okay at all.
But you're laughing.
It's nothing to laugh about either, but don't you ever have moments where you just want to be free?
I understand. What you're saying is that you're free right now, aren't you?
Bold assumption.
So are you?
Well, I guess I have nothing to do.
Great timing then. Could you please show me around?
Huh?
You said you would help me out if I was in trouble, didn't you? I heard it with my own ears.
I did say that.
And does a man go back on his word?
No.
So it's decided.
This was how, completely unexpectedly, I ended up spending the whole day with Ayane Satozaki. Nothing big happened. It was just the two of us going to different places together. But to me, it was a very special day. Because she was hungry, I brought her to a diner owned by one of my friends. Are you sure you're fine with one of my regular spots? I could still bring you to a fancier place if you want.
Oh, I don't mind at all. I don't like restaurants where I have to sit up straight and look my best all the time. I'm much more comfortable at a place where the water is self-service and no one will judge me.
What a coincidence! I feel the same way. You're going to love it here. Hey, big crowd today? So. Liar! It's buzzing in here. We just got over the afternoon rush. Sit wherever you like. You don't usually bring girls here. I picked her up just now. Still such a flirt, Shin.
You two are really close, aren't you?
Yeah, he's my best friend.
Hello.
Hi! Man, you're so cute. You seem younger than us. What's your name?
It's Ayane Satozaki.
My friend here's a good guy, Ayane. Don't be too hard on him.
I'll do my best. Right then, what should I eat?
The store itself might look like a bit of a dump, but all the food is delicious. What are you calling a dump? I'll have you know, old-fashioned places like this are few and far between nowadays. You're the one always complaining about wanting to renovate, though. I will if you sponsor me, rich boy. Sure, I'll give you $1 billion. In cash, please. But you have to pay me back with 10% interest.
You two really are good friends, huh?
Of course, we've known each other since our elementary days, after all.
That's a long time. What was Shingo like as a child?
You sure you want to know?
Please tell me.
Go easy, please. Shin's always been really considerate, even as a kid. When my parents opened this diner, we would sometimes get low ratings on gourmet apps from all the Karens and Kevins, you know? That kind of thing grates on a child's mind. Especially because I saw how hard my parents worked to put good food on the plate. But Shin told me that despite all the famous restaurants he's eaten at, this diner still has the most delicious food. He insisted that he knew the best, since he's been to all the expensive places too, and I was kind of happy to hear it. We've been best friends ever since.
Is that so? How unexpected.
What is?
Nothing. I'm just surprised that you were like this even as a child.
The core of a person doesn't just change when he grows up, you know?
Aw, are you shy?
No, I'm not. I'll have a fried chicken set.
Oh, sounds delicious. I've been trying to decide between that and the ginger pork set.
Good choice. I'll give you a piece of my chicken, so feel free to get the pork.
Yay! I'll have the pork then, please.
1 fried chicken set and 1 ginger pork set coming right up. They'll be just a minute.
This chicken is fried so well.
Right?
This is definitely worth a thumbs up on all the apps. The pickles and the miso soup hold their own too.
So you like it?
I love it. Thank you for bringing me here.
Ayane took her time and savored every single bite. See you later, dude. Oh, Shin, hold on a moment. What? There's actually something I'm worried about. But never mind, forget it. The only thing I'm good at is cooking delicious food anyway. Come back whenever you get hungry again, bro. Yeah, I'll be back to make fun of you soon. We walked out of there with full bellies and happy hearts.
Now that we're done with lunch, where should we go next?
Wait, you should get started on your fieldwork.
I already have, though.
Don't lie. All you've done so far is eat.
But it was a really meaningful meal.
Say, can you tell me what exactly you're researching? I could be more helpful if I knew.
It's a secret.
Say,
Because if I tell you, it'll influence my findings.
really?
Yep.
Next, we headed to my old high school. At Ayane's request, of course.
So, you were driven down this road to school every day in a limousine, right?
And what makes you think I'd do something like that?
You didn't? But isn't that how boys in rich families normally go to school?
I cycled to school every day for 3 years.
Liar.
I'm telling the truth. I had really muscly legs back then, thanks to that. We chatted lazily about other silly things as we walked.
So, this is your high school?
Yeah, it's the middle of a weekday right now, though, so I can't give you an inside tour.
Oh, no worries. Did you like high school?
It was a school my father chose for me, but I guess I did end up enjoying it.
Any girlfriends?
No comment.
Come on.
I had one, but we broke up.
Why?
We talked about going to the same university together. But right before the exams, the renowned professor that I had planned to study under resigned. And I had no choice but to go to a different university. I'd failed to go against my father once again, and I think she gave up on me. There are many things I only have now due to the family I was born in. But there are just as many things I've lost. Only God knows whether it'll all be worth it in the end. Are you satisfied? Shall we go to the next place then? We took the bus to our next destination. I ended up giving my seat to an old lady who got on halfway. Please, sit here. She wasn't grateful.
What are you trying to say? Do I look so weak that I can't even stand on my own 2 feet?
That's not...
I'll have you know I'm still in the prime of health. Don't worry about her, Shingo. You were just trying to do the right thing.
You're really nice, Ayane, but I'm fine. I'm used to this kind of thing by now.
Well, if you're sure.
I believe you're strong enough to stand on your own. But I also believe you're a kind person who would have given up your seat to me when I was a kid. Just think of it as me paying you back. It's my turn now to give up my seat to those who need it more. I didn't mean to cause offense.
If you're putting it that way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to sit for a while. Thank you. Wow, well done.
Ayane gave me a mini round of applause. I brought her to a small shrine in the suburbs. It was only here where she seemed like she was doing a little research. She read the signboard carefully and was very interested in the history of the place. Now that I think of it, this might be the first time properly reading the signboard.
But haven't you been here lots of times?
I wasn't too concerned with my prayers back then.
What did you used to pray for?
For my mother.
Your mother?
She got really sick when I was a child and died when I was in middle school. At that age, the only thing I could do was pray. So I would cycle here every day after school. I prayed so hard for her to get better, though I guess it was all meaningless in the end.
No, I don't think it was.
How so?
At the very least, I'm sure you gave her a little more happiness in her final days. Even if your prayers didn't work, your feelings definitely reached her.
I never thought of it that way.
right? Oh, it's a priestess. Oh, she's so pretty.
Excuse me, can I have an amulet, please?
Huh? You're getting one?
Here, for you.
What's this?
It's meant for academic achievement, so that your research goes well.
And you're just giving it to me?
Who else? I'm not a student anymore.
Thank you.
We completed the full prayer procedure at the shrine. Each of us contributed 500 yen to the offering box. And then we bowed twice and clapped our hands together twice. We prayed in silence with our hands together. One final bow, and we were done.
What did you pray for this time?
Nothing big.
Even though you looked so serious while doing it?
I told you that I ran away from work today, right?
Yeah.
That was a lie. I was running from my father, not from work. As you know, my family runs quite a big company. And they've raised me to be their one and only heir. My job has been decided since before I was born. And despite my objections, I've obeyed everything my father has said until now.
I see. So what happened today?
Now that I've gotten used to working at the company, he's turning his sights to my marriage. Basically, he's setting me up on a blind date.
You don't like the girl?
I don't even know who she is, neither her name nor what she looks like. I don't want to get married to someone I barely know.
I wouldn't either.
I know, right? But I'll most likely go to the blind date in the end. It's how my life's always been. I don't know how else to live.
And you're fine with that?
No, that's why I ran away. The smallest of rebellions.
If you don't want to, why don't you just refuse?
Easy for you to say.
It's rude to the girl you're meeting as well, you know. You wouldn't be the only one getting married after all.
I suppose you're right.
I'm just telling you what I'd do.
You're such a strong person, Ayane.
I just treasure myself more than my family. I guess that makes me a selfish person in my own right. Come on, the day's not over yet.
The sun shining like a halo behind her was dazzling. After that, we visited many other places. I brought her to a few local attractions and some other places that held meaningful memories for me. Along the way, I told her all about my past. She looked like she was enjoying herself immensely the whole time. Seeing her enjoyment, I realized I was having fun too. Finally, the time came for us to part.
This was a great day. I explored everything I wanted to and gathered some valuable research thanks to you. So thank you.
Say, which university do you go to?
And why are you asking?
If you don't mind, would you like to meet again?
Don't tell me you've fallen in love with me.
Maybe I have.
Huh? Seriously? But you're going on a blind date soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I guess it's impossible. And I won't date a guy who would marry a girl he doesn't like for his family.
I'll meet her and say no.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have to. But as I said before, if you don't want to marry her, just tell her so.
And your answer to my confession?
They'll see each other again.
Leaving those words behind, she left quickly. Whether she was telling the truth about seeing each other again, I wonder. But either way, I've made my decision. I'm going to go against my father for the first time in my life. Because I finally found someone worth doing it for.
Are you sure you don't even want to know her name or face?
Yeah, because I'm going to reject the marriage no matter what she looks like.
What I want to know is what kind of woman managed to seduce you.
Don't talk about her like that. You're always treating me like a child. Surely you can't blame me for doing something selfish for once.
Do I need to remind you of my conditions? You'll be the one to reject the arrangement.
And I also have to find a way to bring more benefits to our company beyond what this marriage would have accomplished. I know.
I'm only agreeing because you seem motivated enough to follow through.
Thank you. And then my blind date walked into the room.
Hello, Shingo. Nice to meet you. It's been a while.
Ayane? I was shocked! The girl standing there was the same girl I fell in love with on that day!
What's this? You know Satosaki?
He helped me out with some field work before.
Right. Fieldwork. You never told me exactly what your research topic was.
I was researching my future husband, of course. I was planning to explore the place where you grew up. The kind of place you were raised in, what you usually eat, what friends you have. And even what you were thinking. You told me everything. It was a huge help.
You knew your blind date was me?
Of course I did. That's why I was so accepting when I heard of this arranged marriage. What's your opinion? Oh, but we can only get married when I graduate university.
You said I could tell you if I don't want to marry you, right?
I did?
I meant that as a mild jab, but she took it in her stride. But I guess I like that about her as well. I love you. Please marry me.
Yes, I'll marry you.
So I ended up following my father's orders again. But it's completely different from how it's been until now. This time, instead of just going along with the flow, this is a decision I made myself. And well, my father looks more surprised than I've ever seen him before. I guess I can take that as a win.